You haven't really had one like that this year. So, what did you feel about that tonight?
Felt like it was going really good until it wasn't. A couple bad pitches. But it is what it is. Got to move on. This interview looked a lot different 45 minutes ago, but that was a huge win.
Alex said you picked these guys up all year. Picked you up tonight. Kind of
Not really. I wish that they could have picked me up after giving up like one run, But no, it is what it is. I think that just goes to show what this offense is capable of, and that we're really never out of any game. Yeah, like I said, huge team win.
In terms of stuff, how do you feel tonight?
Really good. I felt like I was getting the four-seam glove side a lot more. That had been a big thing internally that I was, trying to work on. Was getting the sweeper below until I didn't on that one, is what it is. Stuff felt really good. Just made a couple bad pitches there in the sixth. Up until that point, I felt like I was being very efficient. Some balls were hard hit right at guys. Some were soft hit right at guys. Defense really made a lot of good plays and was putting me in a position to go deep into the game. And, it's, like I said, just a couple bad pitches there kind of ruined it.
You have, there have been a few more homers in the last handful of starts than there have been for a while before that.
Right.
Are you seeing anything in terms of the velo is really good still.
Right.
Are you seeing anything that, any patterns with that?
Not really. I was actually talking to Fatsy the other day, like, how would you game plan against me? And a lot of it was, kind of looking out over, anticipating the ball coming into you. So that would explain the Hedges one, that would explain the Rocchio one, but the one to Noel was kind of crazy, and just kind of got to tip your cap. But, up until this point, I've given up my fair share of solos this year, last year, years prior to that. It just kind of is what it is. For me, it's limiting the multiple run homers, which obviously I didn't do tonight, and I think that's why ultimately the start collapsed on itself.
But in terms of overall, overall physical strength, of where you are in the season, there's plenty of conversation about career high thresholds and innings, all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I feel really good. Like you said, velocity. Not that it tells the whole story, but it tells a lot of it, and it's in a really good spot. Even my teammates are asking me, like, hey, how are you feeling? But no, I truly do feel really good. Taking care of my body in between starts and just doing everything I can to be prepared to help this team out down the stretch.
I think the last kind of 3 days, the team was just kind of finding a way to win. Not necessarily the prettiest, but just.
Yeah. It's been the last couple months. It's been a majority of the season, honestly. April was tough. We took our lumps there in terms of one-run ball games, but ultimately, I think that it was for a reason that led us to this point. We're finding different ways to scrap it out because we have so much experience in those tight-knit situations as a team. And I think that right now everyone's picking each other up and we're finding some way to get out of that hole whenever we're down late in the game or early in the game or just close late in games as well.
Took over the league lead in strikeouts tonight. Is that something you think about, care about during the course of a year, and how have you been able to rack up that many?
Not really. Just care about keeping the team in a position to win, and I did that tonight, so that's cool. But I also kind of sucked tonight, so that blows. Just gotta not let my mind focus on that sort of things. Honestly, felt like I was struggling to get swing and miss tonight. So it's funny that you mentioned that, but no, ultimately I'm just trying to stack wins for the team.
You've raved about Trevor this season.
Yeah.
He did pretty much everything he possibly did tonight in this game. How incredible is it to watch him in the season he's having?
Yeah, it's special. There's a lot of different superlatives that I could sit here and throw out that everyone else has been throwing out for him all year. And I think that right now this is the Trevor story that I watched when I was in college. So it's cool. It's cool to be his teammate, and it's cool to watch how hard he works and his daily preparation. It's been very steady throughout the season, and so is his performance for that matter. Yeah, it's cool.
Thanks, Garrett.
Thank you, guys.